I think we're going again. Coach Dave here, Accordion Cool. And as you may or may not have noticed, we have another new instrument. Hopefully this will be the final new instrument. And, well, let's put it this way. To try to figure it out, I may have to enroll at MIT in some type of electronics class. So this instrument is capable of a zillion different sounds, 99% of which I will never use. So what I have done for today's show, I figured out one or two sounds. I can get the accordion, and I can get like a, I'm not sure what you would call it, but that's one of the different sounds you heard on here. And of course, I still have my trusty little keyboard here. So, but that should be enough sounds, hopefully, to get us through this show. And of course, I have my nice upright sounding bass, which was the main reason for going through this. But anyway, enough whining. First song called Satan's Doll, not Satin Doll, that's another song. Satan's Doll, written by a fellow named Johnny Smith, who was a great guitar player. And this was introduced on an album with Art Van Dam. You've heard me mention his name 100 times, and Johnny Smith. And that's where the song was actually introduced, and where I heard it, I said, that's a kind of a fun little thing. Why don't we see if we can play it? And, well, we tried to play it. So going on to our second tune, I'm pretty sure I must have played this many times on the show, but I'm trying to keep it simple today. This song was written around 1956, written as a waltz. It was entitled, it'll come to me, In Other Words. Excuse me, oh boy. Title In Other Words, a waltz. Around 1964, Frank Sinatra got a hold of it. You know, Frank, no waltzes, no waltz, Frank. Oh, excuse me, my goodness. Jazz it up a little bit, 4/4 time, and we now know it as they changed the title to Fly Me to the Moon. So here we go. Fly me to the moon. Not in other words, that's what it used to be. Well, this next tune, 1957, written by a fellow named Neil Hefti. Now, you've heard me mention him several times in this show. He was a trumpet player with a great Count Basie band. He was also a songwriter and arranger. He wrote things like Cute, which I've played in this song. He wrote the theme to The Odd Couple, but his biggest claim to fame, I guess, was he wrote the Batman theme. So, I mean, what more can you want? So he wrote this tune for the Count Basie band. The Count Basie band recorded it, had a big hit on it. It's called Little Darlin', 1957. Little Darlin', Neil Hefti, and of course, the great Count Basie Orchestra. Well, this next tune, I'm not sure if I've done this on the show or not. It's pretty much better done as a vocal, but you don't want me doing it as a vocal. But it was written 1967. And a fellow named Tom Jones, remember Tom Jones, Elvira, and that whole thing? Wow. Tom Jones had a big hit in this tune. So as he was wont to do, a fellow named Elvis, he jumped on the bandwagon, he recorded this tune. So several people did indeed record this tune. I think they all have pretty decent hits. And it's a sad tune, it's a country tune, and tells a story. You know, they say you can't go home again. Well, this fella thought he was going home again, but he was going home again for all the wrong reasons. So it's an instrumental version of a song that has very sad words. Anyway, it's called The Green, Green Grass of Home. green, green grass of home. And of course, the last couple of lines in the song, you know, they'll all come to see me neath the shade of that old oak tree when they lay me beneath the green, green grass of home. So, unfortunately, he was coming home to, but that's a whole other story, I guess. All right, so a lot of big hits on that song. This next song was written 1961 by a fellow named Roy Orbison. Remember Roy Orbison? Wow, one of the great vocalists and actually kind of a rock and roll guy out of the 1950s. And in 1977, well, Roy Orbison originally wrote it and recorded it, had a big hit. 1977, young lady named Linda Ronstadt. She recorded this same song and had an even bigger hit on it. And it sort of became her signature song. A little song about Blue Bayou. Bayou, kind of a little Latin thing. You never, when you listen to it and hear it on the radio, it doesn't really, you don't really notice that it's kind of got a Latin sound to it. I kind of like it that way. Well, but Linda Ronstadt, wow, what a hit she had on that song, and like I said, became her signature song, and she never even wrote it. Poor Roy Orbison, but I guess he made a buck or two on it too, because A, he had a hit on it on a record, and of course he wrote it, and probably every time she sneezed, he got a royalty from it. So I guess he did all right. In fact, the fellow I got this accordion from, the name's Joe Cerrito, and Joe is one of the masters, one of the best accordion players in the world. And well, we were talking a few weeks ago, and I was mentioning a song that I like. It's kind of my favorite song. And he says, my favorite song is called True Lies. I said, really? He says, yeah, because he was in the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger playing that song, and he says, every year I get a check. So Roy Orbison probably did pretty well with Blue Bayou. So we're getting down towards the end of our time. I know I've played this song before. This is kind of the song that I close all my live performances with. It's called Caravan, written in 1936 by a fellow named Juan, J-U-A-N, Juan Tizol. And I believe he was a trombone player, but he was in the Duke Ellington Orchestra. Well, probably my favorite big band of all time, mainly from the great songs that have come from that band, Satin Doll and, Take the A-Train, all those great tunes. So Juan Tizol wrote this particular tune called Caravan. So I guess we're going to kind of take the caravan out of here for today. So here we go. Caravan, Caravan. Actually, that's Miss Ernestine, one of her favorite songs, because when she goes with me for a live performance, as soon as she hears that song, she knows it's almost time to go home. And by the time I finish the song, she's got everything packed up in the van. She's sitting there blowing the horn, like, put the accordion down, let's go. So she loves to hear that song. Well, now, like I say, it's just about the end of our time where we are going to caravan out here. And once again, as usual, thank you so much for watching. I'll get to the hang of this thing a little better next time, and you won't believe some of the things I do on it. And actually, you probably don't believe some of the things you heard today either, but that's a whole other story. Thanks again to Austin and the control room. You won't believe what we were going through before we started taping, trying to get us sound. So I think, as he always does, did a yeoman's job, and I think we got a sound. So let's caravan out of here with, oh, I don't know, Caravan.